Today we'll learn how phrasal verbs work in academic English, what they are when they sound formal enough, and how to choose precise alternatives.
By the end, you'll know separable versus inseparable phrasal verbs, three-part verbs, passive forms, and suitable single-word academic substitutes.
A phrasal verb is a main verb plus a particle. A preposition or adverb like up, out, on, into, over. Together they create a new meaning. Carry out, look into, set up, point out, bring about, result in.
In academic contexts, writers often prefer single-word, Latinate verbs, conduct instead of carry out, investigate instead of look into, establish instead of set up, highlight instead of point out, cause instead of bring about. Still, many phrasal verbs are acceptable and frequent in research writing.
Think purpose. In a methods section, the team carried out 3 experiments sounds natural and precise. In an abstract or a title, conducted 3 experiments can feel tighter and more formal. Style is about audience, section, and tone.
Let's group common pairs. Carry out, conduct, look into, investigate, set up, establish, point out, highlight, put forward, propose, go over, review, bring about, cause, lead to result in, cause or produce, account for, explain.
Now, grammar. Some phrasal verbs are separable with objects. You can split the verb and particle. Carry out the test or carry the test out. With a pronoun, it must go in the middle. Carry it out, not carry out it.
Other phrasal verbs are inseparable. Look into the issue is fine, but not look the issue into. Likewise, deal with the problem, not deal the problem with. Learn which verbs split and which do not. Meaning depends on the fixed pattern.
3-part phrasal verbs, verb plus 2 particles, are almost always inseparable. Come up with an idea, put up with noise, keep up with the literature, run out of time, catch up on readings. The object comes after the full phrase, not in the middle.
Passive voice works smoothly with many phrasal verbs, especially in methods. The survey was carried out in 2024. A control group was set up. The hypothesis was put forward by Smith. When you need an impersonal tone, the passive can be useful.
Be careful with vagueness. Look at the data is conversational. In a paper, examine the data or analyze the data says exactly what you did. Replace broad phrasal verbs like go on, get into, or look at with sharper, discipline-specific choices.
Prepositional verbs that feel phrasal are common and acceptable in formal writing. Depend on, focus on, draw on, build on, upon, result in, result from, consist of, comply with, originate from, refer to. These are standard academic collocations.
Notice meaning shifts. Set up means establish, but set out to means intend or aim. We set out to test the model. Set out can also mean present clearly. We set out the framework in section 2. Context tells you which meaning fits.
Register matter. In lectures or seminars, phrasal verbs keep explanations natural. Let's go over the proof. In a journal article, a single-word verb often reads tighter. Review the proof. Aim for clarity first, then match the formality of your venue.
Writers also nominalize phrasal verbs. Follow up, write up, set up, breakdown, and outcome appear as nouns. Use them when they're standard in your field, but avoid forcing casual noun forms where established terms exist.
Compare pairs and sentences. Informal. We looked into how diet brings about changes in mood. Formal. We investigated how diet causes changes in mood. Either can be clear. The second is more concise and typical in a results paragraph.
Object placement check. Separable. The team set the apparatus up. Or set up the apparatus, but with a pronoun, set it up. Inseparable. The team went over the draft, not went the draft over. Keep pronouns between verb and particle for separables.
Precision upgrade tips. Instead of go on to, try proceed to. Instead of come up with, use propose or devise. Instead of work out, write derive or calculate. Instead of put off, use postpone. Specific verbs reduce wordiness and ambiguity.
Citation language often mixes both styles. As Jones points out, the algorithm fails on sparse data is idiomatic and acceptable. If you prefer uniform formality, as Jones highlights or notes, works. Consistency across the paper matters more than one perfect choice.
Transitions feature phrasal verbs too. Build on prior studies, draw on existing data sets, move on to limitations, set out our contributions. These are conventional and clear. If your journal favors formality, switch to proceed to, present, or summarize.
Hedging with phrasal verbs is common in discussion sections. May bring about, could point to, seems to build on. Keep hedges proportional to your evidence. Don't dilute claims with strings of softeners. Choose one hedge and a strong verb.
Discipline preference varies. Engineering and methods. Heavy fields frequently accept carry out, set up, and filter out. Philosophy and law may prefer consider, explicate, adduce. Read current articles in your target journal and mirror their verb pattern.
Editing checklist. Is the verb precise? Is the register consistent? Are separable verbs split correctly? Does the passive sound motivated, not automatic? Could a single word verb shorten the sentence without losing clarity?
Mini practice. Replace phrasal verbs with formal equivalent. The researchers looked into the claim, investigated the claim. We put forward a model, proposed a model. This brought about change, caused change. They went over records, reviewed records.
Reverse practice. Make formal verbs more spoken for teaching. Conduct an experiment. Carry out an experiment. Establish a baseline. Set up a baseline. Examine patterns. Look at patterns. Choose the voice that fits your audience and purpose.
Final reminders. Learn common pairings. Practice object placement. And decide section by section. Methods can tolerate phrasal verbs. Abstracts often prefer concise single-word verbs. Above all, aim for clarity and accuracy.
What have we learned today? We explored what phrasal verbs are, how separable and inseparable patterns work, how three-part verbs behave, and when academic writing welcomes or replaces them for precision.
We've learned to match register to purpose, use passive forms correctly, switch to single-word verbs when needed, and apply reliable pairs like carry out chart conduct, look into chart investigate, set up, establish, point out chart highlight, and bring about chart cause.